This video about this game, Project Diva F for the PS3. And I made that clear that, and I thought I made myself clear that the game was only released in Japan, but I got some exciting news that apparently I didn't discover this until now. Well, at least after I recorded the video about this game. That it was released also not only in Japan but in the US also. The US got a copy. Some of us in the US got a copy of this game. But only those who are fans of Hatsune Miku. But anyway, that's not what I'm here to discuss about. I'm only here to discuss about this controller for the PS3 that I used. Now, so what is this thing? Well, I mentioned in the video that I also got this, that I was playing this game with this here controller in the box. So you're wondering, what is this thing? Well, it's made specifically for the game for the PS3 game Project Diva F and Project Diva F2. No, it's not a wireless controller. It has a USB wire that you have to plug directly into the PS3 with. But I'll show you the length of the cable later. It says on the box that it's compatible with the PS3. No, this will not. I'm not sure if this will work on the PS4. You could try, but if this thing doesn't work, let me know in the comments if this thing works on the PS3 or not. Now, as you can see on the box, it's made by a third-party controller company called Hori. And unfortunately, sadly, this controller never got a US release. Unlike the games that did get a US, unlike the software itself that did get a US release, this controller did not. But it will actually work on any PS3 controller you can get. Sorry, I was moving my plushie. But anyway, right now the box may not be in its best shape, but at least it's working. But at least the controller works. It's got some Japanese text on there that I can't read because I don't read Japanese, like I said. But if you guys can somehow translate that for me, please translate it in the comments below. And if you know what these Japanese text means in English, please let me know in the comments. So anyway, enough about this. Let's dive into this thing. How do I open this? It's got a picture of what the controller looks like right here. Let me figure out how to open this. Oh, it opens from the top. My bad. Oh, it's upside down. Oh, here's a US copy of the game that I got. Just to prove that it did get a US copy. But I'm not going to talk about this game in detail, so I'm just going to put it right there. Put it away. Here's the controller itself. Let me unwire it. Just give me a moment to unwire this thing. So you're going to see a black screen for a while. While I unwrap this thing. Alright. Man. This controller, well, you may think this thing is a beast, but it's a little bit of a beast of a controller. It's got these same buttons as the arcade machine. Anyway, about the game itself, I did realize that this was an arcade game originally, and in 2013 was ported to the PS3, but I'm only gonna sorry to spoil you guys, but I just couldn't help it. So I'll tell you more information about. We'll be there discussing about the. I'll be there discussing about the game itself another time. Anyway, it's got 2 analog sticks. They click. There's that star, but it's not a button. So you're wondering how you press the star button. Well, I think you use these analog controllers as the star. Go like point these towards the star. Now as for the other buttons, they're big. It's got not really a D-pad, but a directional button. 4 directional buttons. And they correspond to the X, square, triangle, and circle buttons. It's got the R1 button right here, R2, start, the PlayStation PS button, select, L2 and L1. Though you don't necessarily use these buttons in game, except for the start button, of course. Now I used this controller to play this game on the review when I first said that the game was only released in Japan, even though I was wrong. And here's the adapter for it. Let me take it off. Sorry, I'm trying to take this plastic case off. Here's it is. It's a standard USB connector that could work on the PC also, but mainly it works on the PS3. But as for the PS4, I'm not sure. But also, the cord is hardwired within the thing, so you can't remove that. But you can unplug this, other than that. And this cord is insanely long. So it's got a spaghetti like a cable. And these buttons are springy. They're not micro switch, they're springy, I think, rather than context or micro switched. These are analog. And as you can see, it's got the word Hori on there, indicating what company it's made from. It's got Hatsune Miku Project Diva F. There's Hatsune Miku. Man, she's beautiful. I gotta say, I really like this thing. Even though it may not be useful anymore, because I got one that is compatible with both the PS4 and the PS3 for Christmas this year. I'll make a review about that controller another time. You know what the heck? I'll review it. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. And here it is. The PS4 version of Hatsune Miku Project Diva X controller. So here it is. It's got Hatsune Miku on there in a different look, but it's pretty cute or beautiful. It says Project Diva X HD. And it's also made by Hori. So let's take it out of the box. On the back, it's got Japanese text that I can't read, just like the other box does. So let's take this thing out. Give me a moment. And here it is. Just give me a moment to unwrap this. Oh, it's backwards. That would have stunk. Oh, it's got some tape on there. got some Japanese text on there, which I also can't read because, like I said, I can't read Japanese. Hold on, let me put the camera down and I'll be able to take this thing out. Okay, I got all that stuff out of the way, so sorry about that, folks. But anyway, here's the controller. Now this USB connector is different, compared to what I showed you before. It's got that thing on there. I don't know what it's for, but it uses the same. I don't know what that thing is there for, but it's got the standard USB just like the other one. And this one looks almost identical to the one I showed you. Let me show you these two. Except there's no star in the center because the image looks different. Except this one has got different buttons unlike this one. Though of course, but these two buttons can correspond with the ps3 also. So depending on what mode you set it on. It's got a switch, except it's got a touchpad right here that presses like a button. It's got these two analog sticks, same directional. These buttons are identical to what I showed you. It's got a start / options, got a select / share. Sorry, select / share, and a PS button, L2, L1, and this button, what's this? Assign. I don't know what this button does, but I might figure it out later. But if you can, please let me know in the comments of what this button does. If you guys know. R2 and R1, it's got a switch to switch between PS4 and PS3. Underneath these things, I forgot to mention, is it's got rubber feet underneath. And as you can see, this thing matches the color of Hatsune Miku, which is pretty awesome. Just like this thing does. So anyway, and this thing is also released in Japan only. Oh, I forgot to mention on the box, it does say that it's compatible with the PS3 and PS4. It's a PlayStation official licensed product. Even though this game is a third-party game, it's a PlayStation exclusive game. So is it possible that Hatsune Miku could be a PlayStation character also? Nah, I don't know. But if she is or not, please let me know in the comments what you guys think. Anyway, this controller is white, as you can see, while this one is black. I got it in a different color, unlike this one. Now, so you're wondering, where do you get these things? Well, if you want to get them, you'll have to import them from either Amazon or eBay. But be careful though, these things can be not too pricey, but not too obvious either. But not too cheap either. So if you can somehow save enough money to get these controllers, and if you played this game, you'll definitely want these controllers. Just be sure to save enough money to buy them, if you don't mind spending a pricey amount of money. Like, we're talking about like up to $100 or something. So anyway, subscribe if you want to see more videos like this, and like the video, and yeah. I'll see you on the next video. This is me, signing off.